This t-shirt here was made, got father and son, was made by one of my neighbors, Derek Davis, Airbrush. He didn't charge me a thing for it. He been making a lot of things for me and my family. I'm gonna get behind the poster that some people that didn't even know my son. Y'all see the poster? Let me get closer to it. Y'all see that poster? These people took the time to make this here poster. And I'm gonna let you know the people that's not even black that go to show you color don't mean a thing. You got all these organizations down here in Carbondale, Illinois. You got Carbondale United. You got Women for Change. You got all these other things that call themselves, people that call themselves, hey now, people that call themselves violent interrupters. And one of the violent interrupters, I met with two of them, been communicating with one for the longest. The other one said he was my son's friend and he was in prison with him. And I met him at an event, but the event was a political event. You see what I'm saying? And he was one of the ones that knew my son. You see what I'm saying? Matter of fact, he was buying food stamps for my son, him and his wife. And they had my son's food stamp pot, spending it 39 days after he was dead. I finally met him in person about a month or two ago at an event down here that these black organizations have. And he told me the only time he available is on a Saturday. How in the hell can you be a violent interrupter and the only time you available is on a Saturday? They done had multiple shootings in the field apartments, but I come down on the scene all the way from Charleston, Missouri. They done had deaths right down the corner from where I was just on the corner, where you gonna see me on the corner at Sycamore in Oakland Street. Where's the violent interrupters? Where's Carbondale United? That's who the violent interrupters is up under. They was asking, I think, for $450,000 for their violent interrupters. Who? They said that they need to get paid the same amount of the police here in Carbondale, Illinois. Carbondale, Illinois get. How in the hell you gonna pay, or what in the hell you gonna pay a violent interrupter that tell me personally he's only available one day out of the week, and that's on Saturday because he got two jobs in a family? I understand that. Family come, God come first, then family. But you, what the hell you want to be a violent interrupter and you only got one day out of damn week, so you got to tell the people don't commit no violence unless it's on a Saturday. I got to go now because we head into a Murphyboro to do some business about my son. And to his brothers and sisters, his mother, you know, I'm going to leave it alone. But I'm going to be doing this here till justice is done or till God take me away. Let me get out of here, y'all. Peace.
Good blessed Tuesday evening, July the 23rd, 2024. It's about 5:26 p.m. I greet all human beings all around the world. All around the world. All around the world, all around the world, all around the world. With the universal greetings of peace and the blessings of God be with you. It doesn't matter what your political, philosophical, personal, nor your religious beliefs may be. Doesn't matter whether you're the richest or the poorest person on the face of this earth. Doesn't matter if you're my family, friends, nor my proclaimed enemies. Doesn't matter whether you like me or anything that I say or do. That's your prerogative. You have a First Amendment to the United States Constitution. Freedom of press, freedom to speak, freedom to protest, freedom to associate, freedom to gather. If you're on probation or parole, you want to probably check with your local law enforcement officials or with your, how you doing? Or with your parole or probation officer if you're on parole or probation. I'm here in Carbondale, Illinois, maybe no more than about 20 or 30 feet where my son, Brian Lamont Johns, was found hung, lynched, murdered, dead here in Carbondale, Illinois, Jackson County, right across the street from a closed armory. they said was no cameras. They claim it was cameras down this way here, but they said the people couldn't see anything. So coincidental. But I'm gonna go down here where his body was found, and I think some people that's really doing more than I hate to say, well, more than my son's so-called friends, and you know, he have other brothers and sisters. My two youngest daughters, they came down here a lot, but they just turning 18 and 19, and they've been doing this for some years. But this is something some people that didn't even know my son, they seen a poster that I had and asked, can they, the female asked, can she take a picture of it? And the next day, she made this exact thing that I had for my son, justice for Brian Lamont Johns. And it's been up here almost since last year. Been raining, everything. It was over here at first. The wind blew it down, and the people, when they was cutting some parts of the grass, it was getting dirty. And somebody, they got it and they set it up on this here. Now, these people showing more concern than his so-called friends. But I'm down here today because it's a city council meeting here in Carbondale today. But I don't want to go to it. I'm going to Murphyboro, Illinois, with another NAACP member, the only one out of some 200,000 NAACP members, over 200 leaders. But we going to Murphyboro, Illinois, to the county, protesting against the coroner, who's up under the county's authority, and the prosecuting attorney. I'll get back with y'all, but after my daughter turned 18, my youngest daughter turned 18, this coming Friday the 26th, I'm gonna be searching for me a soulmate and get married again. So when it's two events like this here, she can be in one and I can be in another. I can't make his grown brothers and sisters nor his mother to come down here and help me do this here. I've been doing it for going on 4 years now, but I'm gonna leave it at that for right now. Hey, how you doing, brother? You been living here for a while? I had a son that was found hung in this building on March the 19th, 2021, named Brian Lamont Johns, man. You ever heard of him? Probably ain't even heard about the death, have you, man? You know, they never put it in the news or nothing like that. They tried to rule it suicide. But keep your ears and your eyes open. Brian Lamont Johns, man. Let me go on here because I got to go. I just like to say God is good, God is great, God is always on time, he's never too late. Down here in Murphyboro, Illinois, Jackson County, just coming out the board meeting today, and it was very productive. Me and one NAACP member from Carbondale came down. He been helping me for the last 3 years plus with my son's death, and I was a stranger to him at first. But this is the Murphyboro, Illinois, Jackson County's courthouse, and they have the county board meetings here, and it was real productive. We talked about, they allowed me to talk about the alleged suicide of my son. It allowed me to talk about the sloppy and unprofessional, incompetent job that the so-called Deputy Coroner Sam Bryant did. That's B-R-Y-A-N, the last name. And his boss, Thomas Kufner. And it showed, you know, I let them see how they did an incompetent job declaring my son's death a suicide, and then dropped the case when my son was shot in June of 2020 in Carbondale, Illinois, by an individual. And when he was in the hospital, that my son, the detective, brought the photos of individuals that might have been the ones that shot my son, and my son identified it. The prosecuting attorney now, Joseph
Sanchez in 2003. 3 years later, he dropped it. He said the reason why he dropped it is because my son is deceased and my son's word wouldn't be believed. And my son was changing his mind, I think he said. But my son identified this guy, and what it is that Sanchez let me know personally when I met him in this building with 2 preachers, one from Marion, Illinois, and another one from Florida, so I could have witnesses. And this man told me that I made the chief of police in Carbondale, Illinois, feel real bad because I was talking about him. Yeah, I'm gonna talk about anybody that do an incompetent job on my son's death. My son wasn't the only one that they declared suicide and they proved that it wasn't. They did it to an Indian guy from the suburbs of Chicago, Martin Grove. And they did it to a white female. The guy name was Praveen. The white female name was Molly Young. One of them was in 2012 and the other one in 2014. Look both of them up. Look both of them up. How they declared suicide and then they changed it around. But they ain't changed my son around because my son is black. I ain't done, y'all. And if a lawsuit gets to coming, I don't want none of his other siblings to come around because it'll be all about Brian Lamont Johns. It wouldn't be about y'all. Y'all wouldn't get a penny. No, that's the Charleston Police Department. I'm hoping, let's see what's going on. Which way are they going here? Going over the bridge. So it must be something happening on the I-57 northbound. They didn't go over the viaduct, which is Boomland. Let me ride my bike down and check it out. It's my type of work, y'all. Saving lives.